All right, I'm back. And I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me check on my phone if this is working.
Check on my phone.
Okay, it's
if
working.
This is working.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Originally, I was supposed to draw while I do a Q&A, but obviously, I can't draw while I do this. So, yeah. Hello. I've gotten a lot of questions on my, in the comments about a lot of different things, such as, is shifting a sin? Is it bad? It's not bad. Don't worry. It has nothing to do with spirituality either. So if you're religious in any sort of way, then you can do this without any issue. Hello, everyone. If you have any questions, personal or shifting related, or anything in general, you can ask them and I'll do my best to answer them. Let's see. Can I change this thumbnail because it's so ugly? Maybe I have to go in studio. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I have to do it after I'm done. Discord server. I don't know if I could do a Discord server because it's a lot of work to have a bunch of different things going on, like moderators and stuff. So if you haven't shifted yet, just keep in mind that it's something that can take a while, for some people at least, because it's whatchamacallit. It's different for everyone. For me, it took me about 5 months to get to where I am today. So if you haven't shifted yet, don't worry too much about that. It takes time. And I'm trying to fix my bangs. They're so ugly. Okay. Anchoring realities. I don't recall saying anything about anchoring realities, but if I did in the past, then I haven't followed that. What? You could, yes, you could visit this reality if you wanted to. If you shifted here, say from another reality, yeah, that's true, yeah. I don't know where I said anything about anchoring realities because I don't even know what that is. I've never actually heard of anything like that. So, if you script to keep your accent when you come back, no. You can't keep anything you script in your DR because this is your current reality, meaning that the script doesn't apply to this reality. Let's see. Aw, thank you. My bangs are weird though. They're kind of, I don't know. They act up. You almost shifted? That's great. What does it mean when you tried to shift but you had a dream about the character from your script instead? That means that you were thinking a lot about your script in your DR. And yes, you can take that as a sign that you're close to shifting. Think you called it permanent shifting. That's called respawning. I personally do not know too much about it, but yes, if you wanted to, you could shift from that reality that you respond to. But that means that it won't be the exact same as this one, but it'll be similar. But I don't know too much about responding, so don't take everything that I say as true. So ask someone else who has known someone who has done it. On Amino, I've heard that people have responded there, and you can ask around there for answers because, yeah, I haven't responded, so I wouldn't really know much about it. I try to keep things as from my experience as I can because since I've done it, that means that I can answer your questions confidently. Angel numbers are good. Just know though that if you don't see angel numbers, that doesn't mean that you won't shift because angel numbers are just signs, and signs mean that you're closer, but that doesn't mean that you have to see signs like 24/7 or anything. So if you haven't seen signs either, that's okay. Permanent shifting. Yeah. I've never actually heard anyone call it permanent shifting either. I've only heard it as respawning. But that's only on Amino because I don't really see people talk about it too much on YouTube or anything. Yeah, that's true. With Lilac, yes. Information is very important to relay in a way that is as true to the truth as it is. What do you mostly draw? I draw anime, as you can see in the back. Those are really old though, those works behind me. I haven't painted in about 2 years because I've lost so much space in the house due to my sister running around and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't really had time to do anything besides draw, but it's only sketches. I could show you some of my sketches if you guys wanted to, while answering your questions, of course. Can you see clearly when you shift? Shifting is exactly like being here. So it would look exactly like this reality, unless you script otherwise. Where have I shifted so far? If you've seen my video about how I shifted to the Promised Neverland, that is the only place that I've actually shifted to for longer than 5 seconds. And I haven't done so since then because I've been very tired, mentally drained. So you can eat food. Yes, you can taste it because, as I said, it's just like here, as in it's as real as this reality. Okay. I am not the best artist, but I do draw a lot. These are old. This is from 2020, so that's last year. Hello to everyone. Yeah, some people do see the people in their DR as anime people, but sometimes that's because that's how you expect to see them, so unconsciously you script that they'll look like anime. So you got corona? Oh my goodness. I hope you feel better. Permanently shifting, yeah, that means that you won't come back to this reality. But it's still possible to shift from that reality that you respond to get to a different place. I draw okay. I don't know. This is a joke here, by the way, so don't take this seriously. It's a joke about how some people want to come out of quarantine super fit, or they'll just come out looking like potatoes. Yeah, it's a joke, so don't take that seriously. Let's see. What happens to your body while you permanently shift? Your body stays here, but your consciousness will stay in the reality that you shift to. Basically, people leave behind clones, from what I've heard. Just keep in mind, I don't know anyone who has responded, so I'm just relaying information. Please take it with a grain of salt. But that is what I've heard. Yeah, a clone will stay there in your place. But please do some research on your own too, because I don't think I'm qualified to give out information about responding indefinitely. So this is actually, I was supposed to make an apron 6 months ago, but I never had the time to do it. So this is just a plan to do it. Instead, I'm trying to make a shirt, but it didn't turn out as I wanted to. So I kind of took a break from it. Someone I saw was planning on killing their current. I heard that too. Some people say that in order to respond, that's what you have to do. That's not true. Don't leave the stream, okay? That's important. You don't kill your current reality body to shift anywhere or to respond. That's just misinformation. That's really important to point out because obviously I don't want any of you doing that. That would be crazy bad, and obviously not good for you. So for drawing, a lot of people say that it's hard. I'm terrible at it, and it is still hard, but it takes practice. See, this is very stiff. This is a bad example of anatomy. So if you draw, make sure you study anatomy so that you can get better at drawing stuff. Do you see Grabavoy numbers? I don't know what that means, but okay. If you mean angel numbers, I do see them sometimes. Now I haven't seen them as often, but that's mostly because I'm going into a stage of resting so that I can recuperate English. Oh, geez. Sigils. Sigils, I don't know if you'd see them on your own. Like, if you walk somewhere, I don't think you'd see them randomly. Why is the lighting like that? But you can make them yourself, if you didn't know. Why is the lighting so weird? Okay. But sigils are basically it's kind of like manifesting when you think about it, because you put your intent into something that you're making. A sigil's like a symbol that you make out of lines and all that great stuff. So, bye if you're going. I saw something about that on Amino. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, there are codes that are made out of like numbers. I don't know if it's like angel numbers, but I know that they're made out of certain numbers and they mean certain things. I don't know because I haven't actually done much research on that, but there's a storm outside. I wish I had a storm here. It's raining a little bit here, but it's like just a drizzle, so it's not much. Oh, maybe it's because the light is bad. Okay. You're into all the shifting aminos? Wow. How long do I spend drawing? Depends on the drawing and if I'm studying anatomy or not. These took me probably like 20 minutes because I was trying to figure out how to draw the legs, and then I did an outline, and then I, colored it in. These two are my OCs, by the way, for a story that I never finished. I write in my free time a lot, and on my Tumblr, I have better works than on my Wattpad, so if you're curious as to what I do write, you can check it out on my Tumblr. I have a master list there linked in my bio. So, and you can find my ats in my other videos if you don't know. Question, shifting routine. Do not have a shifting routine as of now because I have so many different things going on in my life that I just can't stick to one thing at the moment. I'm in too many clubs, too many different things. I'm in student council. My friend's starting a gardening club, so I'm going to help her with that too. And I'm joining like a bunch of other stuff. So I don't stick to routines. I just go to sleep. I figure out the day I want to shift, where I want to shift, and then I just do my thing. Like I said in a lot of my other videos, I follow intuition instead of a set guideline because it's something that's easier for me. You're too stubborn to actually learn anatomy. Me too. For the longest time, I just didn't want to do it because it was too difficult for me at the moment. But then over time, you realize that it's really good. For example, the way that the head turns and the shoulders, that's very important because it gives the drawing more feeling. Because, dynamic poses and all that great stuff. Yeah, I doodle my DR self too sometimes. I think it's fun. My lighting, stop doing that. Okay. Will that help? Is actually real, or is it? It's real. It's not lucid dreaming, as I've said in my other videos. If you're new, please check them out because I'm sure you will find something of use in those videos. Yeah, different angles is very good. And plus, drawing different things is important too, such as like I drew ducks because I've never drawn them before, right? So you learn a thing or two about how anatomy works through the different shapes. Yeah, drawing your DR self is very fun. If you're on your shifting break or anything, I recommend doing that. Or making boards on Pinterest, those help too. Yeah, that was the issue. Before this stream, I was going to make a video about that, but then I deleted it twice because I was unsatisfied with what I was talking about. So I was like, okay, I might as well do a live stream instead. So the guy that's in that interview, right? Oh my gosh. I've seen his videos because when I first started shifting, I was curious about, okay, what's the difference between lucid dreaming and shifting, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. I did a bunch of research, right? And I saw that guy, he made a video about how lucid dreaming is the same as shifting. Obviously, we all know it's not, right? But Anthony Padilla, right? He had that guy in his interview. So, oh, geez, that guy just kept answering the questions and going on about how, lucid dreaming is the same as shifting and all that kind of stuff. And in my mind, I'm just like, oh, no. I don't think it's necessarily his fault because he probably thought that that guy knew the difference. Because, when you're interviewing someone, you're asking them because you expect them to know the answers. Because, you're just the one asking the questions, right? So, yes, I have. I've read The Hobbit. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, back to the whole shifting thing, right? Okay. So, that guy, I don't know. He when Anthony was asking the questions, right? He was like, "Oh, shifting, lucid dreaming, same thing, right?" He just kind of mashed them together, and it was just kind of like, it's like hearing nails on a chalkboard. Anyway, I don't know. I think that someone should definitely break down that video. Maybe I could in the future. If I really wanted to, I might. I'll put that down on my schedule, and I'll break down the whole interview and answer what is misinformation and what is real. I'll do that, okay? Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I like shifting to hug people. That's one of the reasons too that I would shift to. Who's Daniel? Summer Kamal. I didn't like Daniel. He seemed cool, but it's not the same. Wait, are we oh, never mind. Yeah, I think Anthony tried his best to be understanding, but like he himself didn't seem to understand the concept too well. You know the blonde girl who was in that interview? I thought that she did a good job of explaining things. It was funny watching some of the interview, but at the same time, it was kind of irritating because, yeah, there's a lot of misinformation. Okay, back to the Hobbit thing, right? Yeah, I've read it. I'm on chapter 8, I think. I listened to the audiobook because I've been reading so many different things. So, like, while I do my chores, I listen to the audiobook on YouTube. It's like a theatrical version, so there's like echoes, all sorts of sounds. That it's just great to listen to that. And I usually hate audiobooks, but that time I just liked it. Anyway, I do love The Hobbit. I think it's better than Lord of the Rings, the book. Speaking of the book, that's what I mean. But for the movies, we all know that it's Lord of the Rings. Duh. Can you show us how you look in your DR? Okay, let's see if I can find any drawings of my DR self. If not, I can do one right now. You want to try lucid dreaming too, though? Definitely do that because you can shift through lucid dreaming if you really wanted to. It's a bit difficult, though, if you don't know how to figure out if you're dreaming or not. But a lot of people have been saying it's fake, and I started getting really sad. Yeah, same. It's difficult sticking to your beliefs when people constantly tell you that it's not true. But sometimes you have to persevere. It's like saying whipped cream and sour cream are the same. I agree. That's a very good analogy. Daniel, the guy, yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that was the guy who kept saying that lucid dreaming and reality shifting are the same. I think. He kind of irritated me a lot. Oh my gosh, my shirt is wet. Did I spill something? Maybe I did. I think I did. I think we have. Yeah, you think? I got this on sale, my sketchbook. Hello. You like lucid dreaming? You lucid dream a lot. Oh, I see. That's interesting. I don't hear too much about people who lucid dream a lot. Let's see. Or tell that it's a dream because it always feels real. I know what you mean by that. Yeah. Don't give up. You'll get there. Yep. Always try. And don't give up. Giving up is the last thing you should do. I had this teacher. He's not my teacher anymore, but he was a great teacher. When something doesn't go your way, if you're not feeling it at all and you don't really want to do much about it, then let it pass. But if it keeps coming back, that issue, and it's something that you don't like, what you should do is change it. The last thing that you should ever do is give up on what you want to change. That's what he said. And I thought that was a very important piece of wisdom because, yeah, in a lot of things, people want to give up. But if you keep going, then you will surely reach your goal. You guys are nice. It's nice to see how you guys are interacting with each other and providing encouragement. That's really nice. All right, hold on. In my Star Wars DR, I have not shifted there yet. But this is what I wanted myself to look like. It's kind of like, alright, so this is supposed to be a cross between Ahsoka's season 7 outfit and something else. I added a few different things, but I wasn't really into it, so I changed it to look more like this. That's what I want myself to look in my Star Wars DR. I have not shifted there yet, but that is what I want myself to look like. I haven't drawn anything else, I don't think, of my DR selves because I kind of just imagine myself as the same now because, I don't know, this chat makes me feel so comforted. That's great. That's the kind of community that I'd like to build with you guys. Some shifting communities are super positive. Other ones are kind of not so nice because they either push things on you or they're just not too friendly with outside people. And they do have a right to be like that. But still, it's kind of discouraging. Clone Wars, yes, it is. Oh my goodness. I love Star Wars. If you look at my Instagram story, you'll see that I post a lot of Star Wars memes there. As of now, I haven't really done much as I used to, but that will surely spark again when Bad Batch comes out. I can kind of see your profile picture, but I kind of can't. I see the colors, but that's it. It's kind of blurry, but that's cool. I don't know if you could really manifest something like changing your eye color in this reality, but you could try if you wanted to. In your DR, that would happen if you wanted it because you know you can script it. But in this reality, I'm not too sure about that. Here's some others that I have. I hate the lighting. I need to get a ring light at some point. If you guys know any like good ring lights that you've heard of, please comment them below in the chat because I need a ring light so that I can provide better lighting for videos. If you have a question, just go for it. You don't have to ask, you know, like in a classroom, like, I have a question, but you can just say it. You know what I've realized? A lot of people who shift are really young. And I think that's partially because people who are young are still developing and some people wish to escape their current realities. I don't really know where this is coming from, but just know that always be thankful for the reality that you've been given because it's very important since this is where you were born. So, and you have people here who still love you, even if it doesn't feel like it at times. If you want to draw, go for it. And you can keep the stream going and you can just listen to whatever stuff we're talking about. The lighting is so bad. Thank you. I hate my room color right now, and I'm thinking of changing it at some point because it doesn't really go with what I want it to look like. Because the color of my room stayed the same for as long as I've been alive, pretty much. So it's always been pink, and I need to change it at some point. That means about like 16 years that my room's been pink. There's no sure way to tell if you will fail or not when you reality shift, so don't think too hard about if you are too creative or anything like that that you won't shift, because that's not true. You can shift regardless of anything like that. Season 5 of it came out already? Wait, for real? Guess who needs to binge watch and check that out? Do you have any tips on creating your own desired reality while writing your script? As in like how to envision in detail the place you want to go to? I have a video about that. It's called, I forgot what it's called, but it says plus imagery exercise. I have a video on that, so check that out if you need help visualizing. Shifting to AOT. I'm not talented, but I do work hard to achieve what I want. 15, so yeah, some people do want to escape, but please keep in mind that gratefulness for what we have is important as well. Shifting is it's not harmful itself, but it can be harmful to people who have a certain mindset. Well, thank you guys for the compliments. I see. It's sad though that some people don't feel safe in their own home. So, yeah, I did spill something on my shirt. Okay. Thank you guys. No. For shifting, if you want to shift to a certain reality, that means that it already exists. So you'll go to that place that you want to, meaning that everything you need will be there. It'll already be there because, that's the reality that you want to go to. So yeah, you won't need to describe every little thing. That would be insane. If you need help scripting, I have videos on that. So check them out if you need help. Yes, that's true. We wouldn't be able to shift if we were forced to stay. That's true. Sun-kissed collarbones, I'm glad that you're making the best of this reality first, and to make sure that you love this reality too. That's a very good mindset, and I applaud you for that because that's hard to achieve, especially now with all that's going on. And I understand that a lot of people may feel powerless or just don't feel too good about themselves. Yeah, some people do use reality shifting as something therapeutic. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to love something that can be a bit harsh at times. When you shift, they won't because when you shift, people won't think that you act differently because that's another reality. So unless you don't script anything specific to that, then maybe they might think you're kind of weird unless you know enough about that reality to blend in. How many posters do I have in my room? The ones you have on camera look really epic. Thank you. Let's see. Let me go up. That's all I have. I had a Vampire Night one up there, but it fell and I had to roll it up because I didn't have any tape left. So I have, let's see, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I? Wait, I do have more on the other wall. I forgot. I have a Dragon Ball Z one on the wall over here. I can't show it because I have some personal stuff going on there. And I also have some art that I got at AnimeCon from an artist there. His art's really cool. I'll take it down and show you guys because I think that's really cool. This I got when I was in 6th grade, I think. I don't know the artist's name, but if I did, then I would have linked it or something like that. But his art was really cool. I forgot to ask for a signature because I got shy, but his art's so nice. I used to be obsessed with Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, so that's why I have a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. Usually when you do shift though, you don't really have to script that you're going to have memories there because for some people at least, from what I've heard, is that memories come to them naturally when they're in that reality. If you haven't heard of any experiences, I recommend you watch 𝙎𝙤𝙘𝙞𝙖. She has a lot of videos about shifting. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of her at some point because she's really up there with the whole shifting thing. And yeah, she has a lot of good content. And yes, everyone can shift. There is nothing holding you back besides yourself, usually at times. What if when you pass away in this reality, you wake up? That's an interesting question. I used to be obsessed with Naruto too as a kid. If you're new to shifting, check out my videos. I have a lot there, so I'm sure that you'll find something of use. What's my favorite method? I don't have a favorite method because I've really just used the Raven method, and I think it's called the Sunny method, the Sunni method. I used that once, got me pretty close, but then I woke up because I couldn't sit still for any longer. But I was really close using that method. Same with the Raven method, but as you know, if you did watch my video about how I shifted to the Promised Neverland, I try not to stick to guidelines too much because it's hard for me to shift if I do. You can change anything you want when you shift because you're going to a certain reality. That's why it's called desired reality. And if you need help with scripting videos, there are a bunch of videos that you can find. And if not, then I have examples of what to script in some of my videos. I'm sure you'll find it. Have I shifted from a lucid dream? I have. Check out the video about how I shifted to the Promised Neverland. Thomas Sanders intro. I don't know who Thomas Sanders is, but I heard that a lot of people say that she stole someone's intro because she says like she says these 3 words. I forgot what they are, but the way that she says it and people are saying that she stole it from someone else, but I don't think so because it's not like she invented that, or it's not like someone specifically invented that. And my teacher actually says the same thing that she says, even though I can't really recall what it is right now. But anyway, sounds, let's see. If your script is not detailed for you to fail to shift, or it doesn't matter. Based off that, or if you have 2 scripts, will it work? You don't have to have anything too detailed. Yeah, exactly. You guys have it in the comment section. Yeah, that's true. The whole intro thing. But what was I saying about scripting? You can script anything you want. It's not going to matter because you can shift even if you don't have a script. I don't really think responding is reincarnation because reincarnation involves your soul. Responding just involves your consciousness. Benighted STXRMZ, I agree with you with the whole everything already exists and all that kind of stuff because, AOT. How do you come up with that kind of thing? I was talking about this with someone recently. There's no way that any creator can just come up with one thought and make a whole story out of it from like thin air. That would be insane. I don't know. Maybe it came from a dream, but like maybe that dream came from a different reality or something and like it just came to you. Because that would be insane coming up with that on your own. If you want to change anything about yourself with shifting, you just have to script it. That's it. It's really simple. You guys are just overthinking it again. Anything can work when you shift if you change it. That's fine. I literally changed my appearance for shifting and my name, and that's fine. And you can script anything, languages, genders, whatever. I have videos on that, so check those out if you're new because those are very common questions. You won't have to include anything like too specific in your DR if you're wondering at Victoria Campbell because you're going to that reality, so it's going to already exist there. If you meditate and you get anxious, maybe it's because you're not used to sitting down in silence. If that's so, then you can probably put on some music and that might help you. Either that or focus on your breath. Visualizing, I recommend pictures. I have some visualizing exercises in one of my videos. I don't know which video it is, but it's in the title, so you can find that. And I also recommend Pinterest boards. That really helps with visualization. You can shift anywhere, yes. That even includes realities that you made up. That's yes. 8D audio. I've never really heard of doing that to meditate. Interesting. What are you confused about? That's sparkle? Yeah, you can literally shift to a reality where you're a worm. That's true. If there's something else on your mind when you're attempting to shift, that will not affect your ability to shift. So don't worry about that. I'm not drawing anything right now. I'm kind of just looking at all the pages because, yeah, I draw a lot. Can you guess who this is? If you've been here a while, maybe you can guess. And I was looking a little bit at my Japanese notes because I need to get better at speaking at Japanese. I'm not really good at staying on schedule with learning it, but I'm trying my best. Pinterest. Any other apps? Amino is also good. You can really just use Google as well because there are photos there of like whatever you need. YouTube can also be can also be good because you can look up videos of places that you need to look at. Took you 3 months, took me 5 months to get to where I am. So sometimes it does take a long time, but that's not for everyone. Have I ever astral projected? Yes, you guys also got that right about Norman. But yes, I have astral projected like once or twice, long time ago. I was back in middle school, I think. I don't really recall what I did, but I just remember it being kind of like, whoa. But yeah. Every time you breathe, you enter a reality where you chose to breathe. Yes, that's true. Exactly. You do get closer and closer every time you do shift. I'm okay at drawing, but I'm getting better. Amino is definitely very good for information. In the wait. His eyes are droopy in the drawing. Are you talking about that, or are you talking about the YouTuber that someone mentioned earlier? I don't know. I drew these when I was tired, so I don't know what I was really doing. But as you can see, I do put a lot of notes in here for it's called multitasking, you know. Sometimes you're on a time crunch, you want to draw, but you want to study at the same time. So you gotta like, you know, study and draw at the same time. Reminder that it's good to learn something new because it expands your horizon. Yeah, I'm not good with words. Have you ever watched Death Parade? No, but it's definitely on my list. I heard that it's good. I actually was thinking about it the other day, but I just forgot to look it up. AOT. AOT is good. I don't know if you guys have seen the final season. I haven't watched it, but I did read the manga. I won't spoil anything, don't worry. But any thoughts on that? Oh, thank you for the compliments, guys, about the drawings. They're okay. I'm slowly getting better. And if you're new to drawing, maybe I could start doing tutorials on drawing too. I might. And yeah. That's good that your cat is back. I swear, I feel like I've seen you somewhere else too in one of my other videos where you mentioned that your cat was lost or something. Was that you? group shifting is possible, but I have not done it, so I won't talk about it, and I don't really know the specifics, but I'm pretty sure 𝓤𝓤𝓘𝓽𝓪 does have a video about that. If not, then there are definitely other shifters who did make videos about that. You can also look it up on Amino or ask around there if you really need to. Yeah, I hate when people spoil things too. I have watched My Hero Academia. I watched all the seasons, and I did read the manga. I don't know if any new chapters came out, but I won't spoil it, by the way, if you're wondering. It's a really good series. I like it. Same with Attack on Titan. I'll start doing drawing tutorials too. Yes. Oh, you are the cat girl. Ah, I see. Okay. That's funny that I remember you guys. Bye if you're leaving. How do you enter in your DR? As in, how do you shift there? There are many ways, and you can look up some, what's the word? Methods online, but it's not too complicated, so when you do look it up, don't think that it's too daunting. Motivation video? Yes, I will. I love doing those because I like seeing how it helps you guys, and that just makes me very happy. Yes, tell us about whatever you would. I wouldn't mind reading it. If you have other music playing in the background, other than the music you listen to, shift, or if there's any loud noises, will you fail to shift? No, you won't. Nothing will cause you not to shift besides yourself, if you're wondering. If you script to know a language in your DR, will you know it in your current reality? Depends on how much you remember. Your bunny ran away and you found him, close to the pool. It's good that you found him before he went into the pool. That's good. Can you shift into another person's dream? I don't think so, because that's a dream and it's not another reality. So no, but there's a different, goes into witchcraft, by the way. So if you're not into that, then you don't have to do this. But there are other ways that you can go into someone's dream, but that's using a spell. You can look it up online. I don't know what you'd look it up as, but I know it is possible via witchcraft. By the way, no, it does not do anything with devilry or anything like that, but yeah. So don't worry about that. Can you shift if you respawn? Yes, you can. Please do thorough research on responding before you do go onward with it, because there is a lot of misinformation about it online. If you want to shift to Death in Venice, you want to. Oh, I see. Interesting. Do you know of any crystals that would help me shift? I'm not really sure, but look up the ones that have to do with focus. Focus will help you. Focus and calm. So I think rose quartz would be a good one. Rose quartz, maybe. Snowflake, obsidian, amethyst, things along those lines. The ones that are good for focus and I think focus. Yeah, just focus. Anything that has to do with focus is good. What if you could have saved for it down on your script? Like, what if I didn't have a save for it? I just had to deeply desire to come back to the current reality and it will work. Yes, you just have to desire it and it'll come true. As in, like, if you want to come back from your DR, then yes. Amethyst is a type of stone. It's good that you're gathering information, though, about shifting. That's good. That's what I did when I first started out. I wanted to get as much information as I could because I didn't want to do anything that wasn't actually what you were supposed to do. Oh my goodness, that's your safe word? If your script is too long, will it take you longer to shift? No, that will have no impact. It's good that you wrote a letter to him. I did write a letter to him last week, but it was his birthday. I also wrote a letter to Isabella because, she's my mom in my DR, so. And the sign that she gave me was really sweet, so. Can you shift into 2 realities at once? Yeah, that's basically just a crossover. It's just another reality that's out there, so yes. if safe words work to come back, why can't we have safe words that take us there? Good question. I'm not really sure about that. Maybe that's because, actually, I don't know. That's an interesting question. Where am I shifting to? I am currently going to probably shift back to the Promised Neverland, but for longer than, like, I don't know, 2 minutes or whatever, how long I was there last time. I might also figure out a way to not figure out a way, but I'm also planning to go to Star Wars at some point. How do you write letters? I have a video about that, and it's in detail. I might do an updated one because I don't like the quality of that video, but please check it out because a lot of information in that video that will help you. Does it take longer to shift or respond? Also, I want to be able to talk to Jay Park. Yes, he is in my desired reality. Your channeling video really helped. I'm glad that my channeling video did provide some help. It will not take you longer to shift or respond for any other reason besides if it depends on you. Because, you're in control of where you go. So, how do you feel about The Promised Neverland Season 2 as a manga reader? I think it was very, very bad. It was terrible because the budget, you could tell, was very, very low compared to Season 1, and the storyline was rushed. Funny thing, after episode 3 of Season 2, I decided to read the manga because I saw so many people angry about Season 2, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? And then I read the manga and I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I got very disappointed with how Season 2 turned out. Do you think you're in your current reality in your DR? Will you shift back? I'm not really sure about that. Perhaps, but it depends on the person. Because for me, yeah, when I thought about my current reality, I started falling asleep and coming back, but I think that was just because I was too relaxed and I was like, okay, I might as well come back here. It all depends on your intent, though. So if you don't want to come back, then most likely you will stay in your DR for a longer period of time unless you say your safe word or anything along those lines. Or like your alarm wakes you up. Are there any differences between writing a letter physically or digitally? No. I do it both ways, so there's no difference. Your safe word is 𝓎𝙤𝙘𝓘𝓽𝓪? Interesting. When you shift once, can you shift again and continue where you left off? Yes. You can just shift to another reality where you left off, yeah. Because you cannot really freeze time in your DR because that would take a lot of energy. So what you basically do is just shift to another reality where you just left off last time that you went there. Not to shift you. If you can be safe, just script that you're going to be safe there, or script that you can't be like tortured or anything. Yeah, I'm so disappointed with Season 2 for The Promised Neverland as well. It was very disheartening to see that a great storyline like that was mashed into, like, I don't know, how many episodes was it? Like 10, 12? Very short. Is it likely to experience sleep paralysis during trying to shift? Depends on you. I have not personally experienced sleep paralysis, so no. Not for me at least, but depends on the person. Thinking of shifting to... You don't have a clear imagination of where you want to shift at or places you want to visit. Do you just have to remember the scenes from your anime to go to? Yeah, pretty much. Depends on... Wait. Let me read that again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For Victoria Campbell. Wow. Is it just weird? Did the chat just like go really fast for a second? Kind of sad people are shifting to certain realities to just get railed. Yeah, kind of. Because there's more to that than just getting, that. It's the experience as a whole because there are also people too. So the person who's 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪 trench coat for your question of since I tried shifting, I've been feeling. So the person who's 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪 trench coat for your question of since I tried shifting, I've been feeling like an energy is like something watching me, but when I imagine it, it feels like my DR significant other. That might mean that you're actually channeling that person. I do have a video about channeling, but it's very brief. I might do another one about that in the future though, so it'll be more in depth, but check that out and I'm sure you might find a more in-depth answer there that might answer your question better than what I can right now. Friendly reminder, remember to focus on aligning yourself with your desired reality instead of using an escapist mindset. Thank you. This mindset. Thank you. That's so true. Do I need to memorize my script? No, you don't have to memorize it. You just have to look it over. Saying that, I agree. That's referring to that person or anything like that. Oh, I see, yeah. Sleep paralysis can be scary. I've only had sleep paralysis once, and in that time, I didn't see anything, but it was just scary because it felt like, you can't move. So, can you move even when you're shifting? Yes, you can. But I heard for some people that they can't do it because it makes it harder for them. So it depends on the person. For me, it doesn't matter much. But how did I realize that I was dreaming? So this is weird, right? But for me, when I'm dreaming, it feels kind of muffled, right? So imagine you're underwater, but it's like this right now. That's how it feels when I dream. So that's how I know that I'm dreaming. It's just something that I unconsciously know because I know how my body feels like. It's like I don't know if this analogy makes sense, but I dance, right? And when you dance, you have to be very aware of how your body is moving. For dreaming, you also have to be able to have that self-awareness that okay, this is where you are in that moment. But that's just something that is specific to me. I don't know if anyone else thinks of it like that. Do you like listen to anything while shifting? I do listen to music sometimes, but lately I have not been doing that. But it's very helpful if you need to visualize sounds and like sights. So, can you summon Levi in DR? He'll already be there, so you don't have to summon anything. How many times have I shifted? I think about 3 or 4 times, but all those times have been very brief besides the whole Promise Neverland shifting thing that I did a while back. And yes, I did shift through lucid dreaming. I do have a video on that. It's the one where I say I shifted to the Promised Neverland. I explain it all there, and I have another video, follow-up, where I explain how I did it more in depth because some people were confused. When I visualize, I do it in first person, but from the beginning, I did third person because I didn't really know how to do first person. But when I do first person, right, I imagine that I'm walking or something like that. So it looks like I'm already there. And it kind of puts you in the mindset, okay, I'm there. I don't have to worry about anything else. Any pros to cons? Pros are that it's fun. It's a hobby. It's something that you do to see people that you can't see in this reality. The con is that some people, it's shifting can be like a drug for some people, meaning that you can get addicted to it if you're not careful or if you're in the wrong mindset of, okay, it's something to take you out of this reality. So don't think of it like that, or else it'll become like a drug in the bad way. And I'm saying this because I don't want you guys to think of it as something that you can use to escape, as in like escape responsibilities, not speak responsibilities or anything of that sort. How do I do first person visualization? Okay, all right, let's try something right now, okay? You're walking. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, all of you. You're walking, all right? You hear footsteps. And now someone's coming up to you. They're asking you a question, okay? What's that person asking? What does that person look like? Now, lift up a hand. What does your hand look like? Did that help? I don't know if that helped, but maybe it did. I don't know if you guys saw yourself in first person or not, but maybe I can figure out another way that can help people visualize in first person. Ow, I just cracked my hand, but I hope that helped. The bangs made you cackle. Try imagining textures and sounds. Yes, that's true. Maybe turn sounds from your current reality into sounds from your DR. That's true. Yes, do that. That's a really good tip. For example, think of your loud fan in your current reality as a fan in your DR. Yes, that's true. That helped. I'm glad. I'm glad that helped. I can make another video where it's like maybe 10 minutes long of just me talking and giving you guys like tips, not tips, but like all kind of experience that helps you visualize. I'll do that. Okay, so that way I can help you guys with visualization. I'm glad that that helped. Best shifting subs to use. To be honest, I think they're all pretty much the same. I literally get the same results from each one, even though they're like from different people or anything like that. So for me, it doesn't matter. And from what I've done so far, it doesn't make a difference for me, at least. I don't know about you, but maybe you can do like a little bit trial and error to see which one is best for you. Do you breathe? Do you breath air? Do you breath air? Yes. Have you ever made a guided meditation? No, but I can put that on my list and try doing that in the future. That would be fun. I don't know, but I've always hated my voice because like I have trouble speaking sometimes because I get kind of uptight. So, but I can try that. That would be fun. Do you have any more stories about shifting to the Promised Neverland? No, but I do write letters a lot. So, a few times I've gotten different signs. So when I do write letters, right, I write signs in the PS portion of my letter, as in certain flowers represent like support, certain flowers represent love, other ones represent that, oh, you got the letter. And for when I wrote a letter to Isabella, right, she sent a flower that was the forget-me-not flower, right? And I wrote that that means love and support, and that just made me kind of happy, and it made my day because I wasn't having the best day at that time. So that's one story from when I wrote a letter. Can you shift at any time? Yes, you can. As I said before, it really doesn't matter when you do it. So for some reason, can't leave this life because I think this is weirdly interesting. Yes, that's an interesting thought. Can you shift through a lucid dream? Yes, you can. I have method in my video. I don't remember which video it is, but it's somewhere. It's called the best shifting method. The reason why I named that video shifting method, that's the best. So you like my voice? Thank you. What's my favorite method? I don't have a favorite method because I do whatever feels right for me. You can shift at any time. Yes, you can. Chill stream. Yes, it is. How do you woke up in real life while you in DR? How did I wake up in real life from my DR? I don't really know. It was my alarm, and that just kind of snapped me back into place. What is 2 times 89? I don't know. I'm very bad at math, so. You're going, okay, bye. Yeah, I've heard that celestial subliminals isn't that good because some people say that the affirmations are bad, but I think that also depends on the person too. You're shifting to My Hero Academia for Endeavor. Oh my goodness. Worst place I shifted to. So far, none because the experience has been way too brief to tell, but did I finish drawing? No, I did not because I don't really know. All right, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let me draw. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna do my The Promised Neverland. Let's see if I can. I never really thought about what I looked like. What's my favorite anime? That's a hard one. I never really think about that. I don't know why, but I just don't. Because it's not something that I naturally think about. I always think about what makes the anime good, what makes it not so good, what makes it better, that kind of thing. But The Promised Neverland is definitely really great. Pray that the chat is not being spammed. How exactly does group shifting work? I've never done it, so I wouldn't know, but you can definitely find videos about it. But a lot of people say that what you have to do is you have to script a waiting room so that you'll end up appearing there before you appear in your dream reality, but I wouldn't know since I haven't done it. And plus, I'm not sure if any of my friends would be interested in doing that anyway, but where's my eraser? I don't know if anyone else has that problem. You look away for like a minute or two and your eraser is gone. All right, let's see. This is just me or I shift when I'm still awake, but I know what you mean by that, yeah. Like you feel like you're about to shift, but you're still awake in that moment. But then all of a sudden you think about your current reality and then you're back here. That's something that happens to me a lot. Have you watched A Whisker Away? Yes, I have. I watched it like about 2 weeks ago and I loved it. It was so cute. I cried a little bit. And you know that the boy, he was so cute and I loved him. Oh, I love that one. That's so nice. I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. A Whisker Away. It's on Netflix if you didn't know. So, it's very, very good. Shifting stories. The only one that I have so far is The Promised Neverland, and I have like very brief ones where I saw like a street or something or a person. I have some in my videos, but I can retell them. So the first time I officially shifted was to Harry Potter. Surprise, surprise! Not really, but whatchamacallit. I remember this was weird for me. Okay, I don't remember what method I used. Maybe it was probably the Raven method. Not sure, but I woke up in a library. I scripted that I wanted to wake up in Dumbledore's office, but I didn't because I was thinking about a library when I was about to shift. And what happened was when I got to that library, I woke up. So I was like sleeping like this on the desk, and then I started waking up, right? And in front of me was a window. A very nice window, by the way. And the light was so pretty. You could see the Quidditch field from there, like just very briefly, like a quick glimpse. But then all of a sudden I saw like two people in front of me, right? They were looking through books. And I was like, okay, who are these guys? I remember being so confused. That was the first thing that really stuck out to me. Like, okay, what am I doing in a library? I'm supposed to be in bed, right? So it was kind of weird. But then all of a sudden, the guy in front of me started turning around, right? And then I started freaking out because, okay, this is some strange guy in, a robe. He looks like Gryffindor, right? Bam, guess who it is? Harry Potter. But the thing is that he has someone next to him, but I can't see who he is because, I just woke up, so I'm kind of drowsy, right? So I just see Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I just see him there. And I got so scared, so I shifted back because, that's scary though. You wake up and you're like, holy shoot, where am I? It's kind of like that moment where you think you're in danger, but you're not. So that's what happened. Yeah, I agree. Whisker Away is really good. What are my favorite art supplies? For starters, the microns. These are great, by the way. If you like line art, these are amazing. For brush pens, I'd say Copics or Copics, however you'd say them, but I only used them back in like 5th grade because my friend had them, so I borrowed it from her, and she was like very nice about that, so I loved her for that. But besides that, I don't really use markers much. I mostly stick to watercolor. I use the Faber-Castell for watercolor, and it's very nice. I recommend that. Oh my goodness. I'm so slow at drawing today. Drawing. Who else likes Endeavor? I like his whole, whatchamacallit? His redemption arc is amazing. I love that. It's not like amazing over the top, but I just like it. But as a person, let's say I hated him for personal reasons. Like, I don't know, it's something personal. I just did not like him at first. With a burning passion. Ugh. Personal reasons here. Worst thing that could happen in your DR? Rejection. That's supposed to be a joke. But I think that probably getting hurt would be really bad, especially if you're going to like a supernatural place like me. It would be very dangerous. Like, I don't think you'd want to encounter Voldemort or something and have him like beat the heck out of you. You should watch Violet Evergarden. I've heard of it. I wanted to watch it, but I just never finished like getting to the point of finishing other anime that I've watched because I'm currently on Haikyuu. I'm still in the first season. I haven't finished it. I started watching it last year, but I just never got to the point of, okay, I'm done with it. What else am I watching right now? I don't remember. I'm watching a bunch of K-dramas too, so like I have so many things on my watch list. Where should you shift to first? Why don't you do My Hero Academia? That or Haikyuu. Someplace kind of like low key. I don't know why I chose that, but those sound fun. Love Alarm, I haven't seen it yet. I just finished watching Crash Landing on You and I cried so much. It was really good and I loved it though. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Bakugo or Todoroki, I like Todoroki so much better than Bakugo. I don't know why, but I just do. I like him a lot. All right. Oh my geez. I should get markers to color this in. Will all my DR knowledge just rush into me? Like I scripted that I know Korean, will it just suddenly come to you? Probably yes. Crash Landing on You is also really good. Any K-drama recommendations? While You Were Sleeping is so good. I didn't finish it because I don't remember what episode I was on. I started watching it like a yearish ago. It's really good. The first episode already made me cry though when I first watched it. And I was like, oh, it's so good though. I recommend it. So good. What else have I seen? My mom told me that what's it called? Uncontrollably Fond. She told me that that one's good. I haven't seen it yet though, so I wouldn't know, but that's what she recommended to me because my mom is also a K-drama fan. I could do a video of her just talking about K-drama that she likes. I don't know if you guys would watch it, but I could just do it anyway because, sometimes it's good to do things for yourself and not just for the audience because it keeps you organic, if you know what I mean. Markers are your worst enemy, me too. I get so nervous sometimes too when I use them because, what if I do something wrong? It's not like digital art where you have the back button and all that, but oh my goodness. What's the word that people use? You are a simp. All right, this is what I look like in my DR. In the Promised Neverland DR. This is what I'd imagine myself to look like. I don't have markers right now because it's under my bed and I don't think I want to crawl under there and get it, but that's what I'd imagine myself to look like. With long, but I feel like I've seen you somewhere. Exactly. Sometimes I forget that too. Like, I remember I made a mistake with not marker. I was drawing in pen, right? Uh-oh. My goodness. It's really nice though, having, people to talk to like this. It's nice. Especially when it's calm and all that. It's not frozen anymore, because you just have to let it go. I'm so bad at jokes. All right. I'm going to My computer is sounding like an airplane taking off. That means that I've been doing this for way too long. Right. Okay. I will post my finished drawing on, if it's not, then it's in my description box of my other videos. But did you watch that one? I have not seen the finale. I haven't even caught up with it, but I do read the manga. I will check that out at some point. But okay, I will post the finished sketch on my Instagram. Until next time, everyone, mata ne. Thank you all for coming. This has been very nice, and I appreciated all the nice comments and the questions. It was very nice. Bye. Don't forget to wait. Let me cut. Is this not? I want to make sure this catches up. I know that there's sometimes the live stream does not catch up, so I will check this.